today. From Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Las Vegas Raiders.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the world's steel capital in the city of Bridges, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Acrisure Stadium. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Two of the bigger disappointments in the first quarter of the season doing battle here as we get this one underway. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie, one of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
Room for Jacobs there on first down as he takes this one forward for a pickup of about 7. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 15 carries, 77 yards, and a touchdown.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
Give them 12 yards that time and a Las Vegas first. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. Looking to throw. Bradley. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That third down conversion good for 23. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Back to throw. Bradley. And that's complete to Adams. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A really good pickup of 28 yards. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Jacobs. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. He lost 6 there on the first down play. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. One more time with Jacobs. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. Trying to finish off this opening drive from the 3. This is 3rd and goal. Off the play fake. Bradley. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Daniel Bellinger, his second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was finished off with a touchdown by Daniel Bellinger. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And it'll be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterbacks shake off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
He'll be trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They're going for it. This is Harris. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Fields throw complete there to Smith-Schuster. And they're going to get this up to midfield. From the 50, here's Fields. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll get this pretty close to a 1st down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 19-yard line. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Bradley. Quick slant to Brown. And the Raiders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches. Operating from the gun. Bradley eluding the pressure right. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Raiders are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. And Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am.
Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Bradley. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So a roughing the passer penalty there, CD. And we know that these pass rushers love to get after rookie quarterbacks, but they've still got to do it within the scope of the rules. And that time, the hit came just a little bit too late. And the official won't even think twice about pulling his flag on that one. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Back to throw. Bradley. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Raiders take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 21-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Justin Fields going to lead his offense back out. And his struggles, they're continuing. He had 3 interceptions in last week's ball game. 2 more already here before halftime as they take over with a 1st down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. 21-0 our score after 1. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Here's Fields, escaping the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Fields on 1st down. Pass complete, George Pickens with it. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And he's got the 1st before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. To throw is Fields. Right side caught by Jackson. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 38. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And oh, it'll be intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Bradley. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Bradley. Out route, and it's complete to Brown. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. To throw on 3rd down, Bradley. And Waller taking it in over the middle. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the 1st by a few yards. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now a good job shifting right, finding his target. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On the draw, it's Harris. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage with just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. He'll buy some time right. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. On play action, Fields sliding out of the pocket. He'll hit Jackson complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Hitting Juju on the slant. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. 11 yards for number 11. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Here's Fields. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. This is Harris on the draw, and they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Now Fields on 3rd and goal. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers get a bit closer. Point after, right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Looking to throw. Bradley. It's complete to Brown, right side. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. The slant connects with Devontae Adams. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, Bradley. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd down and 7. Back to throw. Bradley steps up, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. On 3rd down, Bradley. They'll roll him out right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up. Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play, but so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Fields. And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. A final shot before the break. Fields going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital. And it's the Browns who are out on top. 2 touchdown passes there for Deshaun Watson. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Carolina Panthers. Baker Mayfield with a touchdown pass. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Ezekiel Elliott has run for a touchdown there. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The offense set to get going. Justin Fields bringing him out at quarterback. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now it's Fields off the bootleg. Rolling to his right. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And the offense moving quickly to the line. From the 30 on 2nd down, Fields. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Harris running straight ahead. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Fields. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. On 4th down, Fields. That's to his running back, complete. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And in for the Steelers, touchdown. Jalen Warren from a yard out. And the Steelers have got it back to within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Raiders now to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Bradley caught on the right side by Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Brought down by the cornerback, William Jackson. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's one of those where it feels like backyard football in a sense. You say forget about the route. Just run to the open spot in the middle of the field, and I'll find you. Good throw, good concentration on the catch, and they pick up the first down.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. To throw on 2nd down. Bradley. Slant to Adams. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 17-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Jacobs. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Operating from the gun, Bradley. This will be caught at about the 5. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here's Jacobs. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. 3rd and goal from the 2, and they're going with a jumbo set offensively. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Touchdown Raiders. Andrew Beck, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Flush to his right. Gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Batted by the linebacker, but still adjusts and makes a catch. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Fields now to throw. is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. And this offense on third down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Raider D, they get the football back. On first down, Bradley. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Off play action. Bradley. And incomplete on the deep ball. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making play.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Miles Jack working free that time to take him down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Las Vegas. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And he fields it cleanly. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Chandler Jones, one of the best athletes to ever come out of Rochester, New York, in for the sack. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Throwing on first down. Bradley got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Jacobs going to try the middle. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Jacobs again. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends were on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. return this from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to speed things up here.
Now it's Fields. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Now they got to get to the line quickly.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. So give him the yardage on the completion and also tack on 15 more.
If you get that hand up there, you've got to let go immediately or just not close the hand at all. He didn't, gave it a tug, and that was easy for the officials to see.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Najee Harris
taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
They're going to run it with Harris. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short. And they'll come up empty on the try for 2. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. 52 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders.
And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for Las Vegas,
they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll try to make amends next week as they